Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everybody, my name is Mr. Shafiq Fadli and today I'm going to teach you Unit 6 Informal Letter. Students, like usual, we are going to use our beloved blue book, Pulse 2. Please take out your book right now. I give you some time for this. Hurry up. Okay, thank you very much. Students, like usual, we are going to use this book because the exercise and everything is already in here. Guys, please go to page 70. Please go to page 70. Hurry up. You will see something like this. It says writing an informal letter. Do you find it? Yes. Thank you very much. Students, today I'm going to share with you about informal letter. But before we go further, I would like to tell you that we have a lot of writing styles. We have a lot of writing formats. In secondary school, students are used to report, article, formal letter, informal letter, and a lot more. You also are used to email, blog, and something like that. So today, we are going to talk about letter. Basically, we have two types of letter, formal letter and informal letter. I know that you nowadays don't really use letter. But our parents, grandparents, maybe grandparents, they use letters a lot. They use letter to deliver message, to tell somebody something that basically and normally that somebody live far away from us. But nowadays, we rarely use letter. But still, some of us need to use letter in some official works, some governmental works, some formal works, and so on. So, we still have to learn how to write a letter. In today's case, we are going to learn how to write an informal letter. Are you ready? Good. So guys, before we learn how to write an informal letter, I would like to share with you the objective of this lesson. By the end of the lesson, students should be able to read an informal letter, use pronouns that we are going to learn after this, to avoid repeating names and nouns, and write an informal letter. First, we will read an informal letter. Later on, we will write an informal letter. Alright, so students, let's talk about the format. Letters have different formats. Formal letter have its own format, and informal letter has its own format. For informal letter, these are basically the format. If you can see here, this is a very simple format of informal letter. Up there, at the right side, you can see the red box over there. That is the address. Whose address? The sender's address or the receiver's address? Pardon? The sender or the receiver? Let me give you a tip. To remember this, a lot of students do not remember this. Whose address is there? Remember this. The receiver's address is on the envelope. Remember that. The receiver's address is on the envelope. So, in the letter is the sender's address. Do you remember this? We have one address in the letter, and it is the sender's address because the receiver's address is on the envelope. For example, I send an informal letter to my friend Ahmad. So my address is in the letter and my friend's address is on the envelope. Remember that? Very good. Under the address, we have the blue box over there. It is the date. The date. Okay? Below it, we have the purple box over there. Dear Maya, we call it as the salutation. And then we have the write-up, the essay, the letter itself in the orange box. And then lastly, in the green box at the bottom of it, that is the name. Or maybe we can put a signature over there. And this is basically the format for an informal letter. It is quite different with the formal letters format. You have to differentiate that. Okay? Thank you. Let's go to the next part. Guys, the first thing in the informal letter is the address and the date. Okay? Like this one, if you can see in your textbook, in the page, on the page that I mentioned just now, it stated an address. 3 Bennett Road, Bolton, BL7 4PJ. It is an address outside of Malaysia. And it stated the date over there, Friday, 15 April. Basically, and normally, we in Malaysia, we have address like this. Number 7, Taman Indah, 17000 Pasir Mas, Kelantan, 15 April 2021. Alright? But basically, we have to put the address over there. Some students ask me, Mr. Shafiq, can we make up an address? Can we make up an address which is not really our address, but we want to make up an address? I said, yes, for sure. You can make up an address, but make sure it is logical. For example, if you put an address in USA, make sure the postcode is also in USA. Alright? If you put an address in India, make sure the postcode and everything is like in India, so that your address will be logical. Okay, let's go to the next part of this. After we put the address and the date, we go to the next part, which is the salutation. Of course, this is to show respect to the receiver. We cannot just send a letter and go straight away to the point. We have to give them some respect and put this salutation. Like in the example given in the book, Dear Grandma and Granddad. Because the sender is sending the letter to his grandma and granddad. Okay. After we give the salutation, now comes the write-up. This is actually the essay that you have to write. Let's read this together. We start our letter with a very peaceful and harmony theme. Thank you very much for my birthday present. Oh, we know that his grandparents sent him a birthday present. Thank you very much for a birthday present. I love my trainers. I'm wearing them right now. I love my new trainers. What are trainers? The people who train people? Or maybe people who give speech or teach something? No, in this context, trainers are sport shoes. So I love my new trainers. I'm wearing them right now. They fit me perfectly. So the sender is telling his grandparents that he loves the trainers that the grandparents gave him for his birthday. Next, we can see here, in the next paragraph, I'm going to have my birthday party tomorrow because it's Saturday. So it's holiday. Everybody can come. First, 10 of my friends are coming to my house in the afternoon. So this guy is inviting his friends to the house. Then we're going to go to the bowling alley in the town center. Alright? We go next. My brother isn't going to come because he hates bowling. Oh, his brother is not coming because the brother hates bowling. I think that's because he isn't very good at it. That is maybe an assumption. I'll invite him to join us later though. We are going to eat at my favorite burger stall. After they go to bowling, they will go to his favorite burger stall. That is the plan. And just now at the bowling, they didn't invite the brother. Later on at the burger stall, the brother will join because his brother hates bowling. Alright? Next. In the evening, after bowling, after burger, in the evening, we'll probably watch a film at my house. Mom and Dad bought me some great new DVDs for my birthday, so I'd like to watch one of them. DVDs. Back then, all of us used DVD, but nowadays we have a lot of things, right? Like Netflix, and we even can watch movies on YouTube, right? But for me, personally, DVD has a better resolution. If you want a better visual and better audio, DVD is the answer. Nowadays. Later, I'm not sure. So guys, at the end of it, it's still in the write-up, but at the end of it, the sender says, I'll see you next month. Thanks again for the present. Okay? Remember, you have to end your letter with saying thank you. Okay? You cannot just end like that. You have to say thank you. Thank you for what? Thank you for the present. Thank you for reading the letter. Thank you for everything. Okay, and lastly, do not forget to put your name and your signature if you need to. In this case, the sender only puts his name, Paul, because he's a man. He's a Paul. Alright, guys. So, from this letter, we do not just learn the letter, but we also want to learn the pronouns. What are pronouns? Pronouns is a word that can function as a noun phrase used by itself, and that refers either to the participants in the discourse, for example, I, you, or to someone or something mentioned elsewhere in the discourse, for example, she, it, this. Let me give you a simpler explanation. For example, if I introduce myself, my name is Shafiq. Shafiq is 33 years old. Shafiq lives in Rantau Panjang, Kelantan. Shafiq loves fried noodle. So many Shafiq over there. And that makes the sentences look weird. Right? So we have to change my name, Shafiq, with other word that can represent my name. And that word that we use to represent me is pronoun. Okay? Let's go to the next slide. These are the examples of pronouns. We have I, me, you, he, him, she, her, they, them, we, us, and it. These are the examples of pronouns. So guys, let's do some exercise. You can refer to your book. Let's do exercise 2. Okay, look at the sentences from the letter. What or who do the words in blue refer to? Alright, in order to understand pronoun, we have to do the exercise. After we do the exercise, you will understand pronoun better. Question number 1. This is a quote from the letter just now. Alright, thank you very much for my birthday present. I love my new trainers. I'm wearing them right now. They fit me perfectly. So, Paul said, I'm wearing them right now. Them. It refers to what? I'm wearing them. I'm wearing what? What do you think? Yes, them refers to the trainers. Okay, because before the sentence, Paul said, I love my new trainers. Paul is talking about his new trainers. And Paul is wearing them. Paul is wearing the trainers. Very good. Let's go to the second question. The second one. I'm going to have my birthday party tomorrow because it's Saturday. First, 10 of my friends are coming to my house in the afternoon. Then we're going to go to the bowling alley in the town center. The first word, I'm going to have my birthday party tomorrow. I'm. It is short form for I am. So I am. I refers to who? Who says this? I refers to? Very good. I refers to Paul, or the writer, or the sender. Paul himself. I. Very good. Let's go to the next question. My brother isn't going to come because he hates bowling. I think that's because he isn't very good at it. I'll invite him to join us later though. We are going to eat at my favorite burger stall. So we have two pronouns here. The first one is it, and the second one is him. What is it, and who is him? What do you think? Very good. It refers to bowling, and him refers to the Paul's brother. Okay, do you understand? I think that's because he isn't very good at it. He isn't very good at bowling. Correct. I'll invite him. I'll invite my brother to join us later though. Very good. Very good. And the next question. In the evening, we'll probably watch a film at my house. Mom and Dad bought me some great new DVDs for my birthday, so I like to watch one of them. Will probably. Will. Will is a short form for we will. So we refers to who? We refers to who? To Paul? No, not really. To Paul's friends? Not really. To Paul's brother? Not really. So we refers to who? Yes, we refers to Paul, Paul's friends, and Paul's brother. All of them. Because all of them are going to watch the film. Very good. Let's go to the next question. I'll see you next month. Thanks again for the present. I'll see you. I'll see you. I'll see who? I'll see grandma and granddad. Paul's grandparents. Very good. So Paul is going to see grandma and granddad next month. Very good. Excellent, students. So guys, let's do another exercise. Let's go to exercise number 4. Can you find it? Exercise number 4. Very good. On the same page. Yes. So, change the words in blue to subject or object pronouns. Let's go to exercise number 1. Question number 1. If I find some cheap DVDs, I'm going to buy the DVDs. That is a very weird sentence, right? It repeats the word DVDs. If I find some cheap DVDs, I'm going to buy the DVDs. So we have to change the second the DVDs to a pronoun, right? But the question is, what is the pronoun? If I find some cheap DVDs, I'm going to buy them. Very good. Why them? Why not it? Because DVDs are in plural form. Understand? Very good. So, second question. Lucy doesn't like football because she isn't very good at football. Okay? It is a repetition. Football and football. Lucy doesn't like football because she isn't very good at football. That is weird. We have to change the second football, right? We have to change the second word, football, to a pronoun. What pronoun is the most suitable one? Lucy doesn't like football because she isn't very good at it. Very good. Because football is not a person. We have to use it. Very good. Next. I want to buy a CD for Tim's birthday, but I don't know what music Tim likes. I want to buy a CD for Tim's birthday, but I don't know what music Tim likes. Two Tims. So we have to change the second one into a pronoun. I want to buy a CD for Tim's birthday, but I don't know what music he likes. Alright? Because Tim is normally a boy's name or a male name. Alright? Okay. Very good, very good, very good. And I think this is the last question for today. Amy didn't know where to go swimming, but someone told Amy about the new sports center. Alright? So the first Amy is fine, the second Amy is not really fine. So what is the answer for the second one? Amy didn't know where to go swimming, but someone told her about the new sports center. Very good. Marvelous. So guys, I think that is all for today. Today we learned about informal letter, and I'm sure you understand about the format, and I'm really sure you also understand about pronouns, right? So now, why don't you guys just grab a piece of paper and write an informal letter to your friends? Alright, maybe you want to write to your classmate or maybe some other friends. Tell them about your story. Tell them about what you do last week or in the last holiday. Tell them anything, or maybe you want to share with them your experience in handling the Teacher's Day in your school. Anything, as long as it is not a formal thing, not an official thing, not a too serious thing. So you can write any of them in the informal letter and send it to your friend. Maybe this is a time for you to learn how to write an informal letter and go to the post office and use the service. Alright? So I think that is all for today. Nice to have you in this session, and I'll see you in the next session. Thank you very much, and Assalamu alaikum.